Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we are diving into one of the most chilling and heartbreaking unsolved cases in South African history. A case that still haunts families and investigators to this day. It's about young girls who vanished without a trace, and the man at the center of it all, Gert van Rooyen. Stay with me until the end to hear where the story stands now and to check the sources so you can verify everything for yourself. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more late-night South African stories that don't let you sleep easy. Between 1988 and 1989, at least 6 young girls, all between the ages of 9 and 16, went missing in different parts of South Africa. Their names were Joan Horn, Yolanda Wessels, Odette Boucher, and Marie Wapana, Juanita Horn, and Tracy Lee Scott Crossley. Some were last seen walking to the shop, others while on their way to school or just outside their homes. They all seemed to vanish into thin air, leaving behind desperate families and no real leads. Then, the name Gert van Rooyen started surfacing, and everything began to unravel. Gert van Rooyen was a seemingly ordinary man from Pretoria, a building contractor by trade, but under the surface, he was hiding something far more sinister. He had a long history of sexually abusing minors and had even been convicted in the past. But it wasn't until he met a woman named Joey Hahoff that things escalated. The two began a disturbing partnership. It is believed that together, they lured these young girls under false pretenses. Some reports say Joey acted like a kind and figure, offering lifts or treats, which made it easier for the children to trust her. Then they would vanish. What's even more disturbing is that, in at least 2 cases, girls who survived brief encounters with Gert and Joey described being locked up, drugged, and told not to make a sound. These survivors later helped police sketch identikits, and that's how Gert and Joey finally got on the radar. But just as police were closing in, the story took a tragic turn. In January 1990, police arrived at Van Rooyen's house in Pretoria to question him. Before they could even begin a proper interrogation, he pulled out a gun and shot Joey Hahoff before turning the weapon on himself. Just like that, the only 2 people who may have known where the missing girls were dead. Their home was searched from top to bottom. Police found a number of shocking items: children's clothes, schoolbooks, letters written by young girls, and evidence suggesting they were watching and recording the girls. They also uncovered handcuffs, ropes, and hidden compartments. But despite all of this, none of the girls' bodies have ever been found. Not a single one. Years have passed, and the pain for the families hasn't faded. Some still cling to hope that maybe, somehow, their daughters are alive. Others just want closure, a grave to visit, or someone to be held accountable. But this case, despite all the media attention, forensic work, and witness accounts, remains a massive question mark. There are theories, of course. Some believe Van Rooyen and Hahoff were part of a larger child trafficking ring and that the girls were never meant to stay in South Africa. Others suspect they were accomplices who helped dispose of the girls or move them across borders. The fact that none of the victims were ever recovered suggests that this goes deeper than just 2 people. Over the years, there have been tips and sightings, even claims of girls seen in foreign countries. In 2010, the police reopened parts of the case and started fresh digs at the Van Rooyen property using new technology, but once again, nothing turned up. It's like these girls were erased completely. Even though it's been more than 3 decades, the names of those girls still deserve to be said out loud. Their faces remain frozen in time on old missing posters and in newspaper clippings, but for their families, time never moved on. The pain stays stuck in 1988 and 1989. This is not just a story about a monster, it's about a country that still has questions, families that still need answers, and girls who deserve justice. If anyone out there still knows something, anything at all, it's never too late to come forward. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, drop a comment to let us know you're still awake, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next chilling story. As promised, here are the sources for tonight's story: News 24, SAPS Archives, Sunday Times SA, and true crime records from the National Prosecuting Authority of South Africa. Feel free to search and verify all the facts mentioned tonight. Good night, and stay safe.